Welcome into the In the Money podcast for KeenelandSelect.com. Tom Leach, along with Jim Goodman, Keeneland's Director of Mutuals and Simulcasting, as we take a look at the Friday card, headlined by the Grade 1 Makers 46 Mile, and we'll take a look at the late pick 4 as well. Jim will start in that 9th race, and they've had rain several years for this race, so it's going to be an ideal weather day. Happy for the folks with the Makers 46 Mile. They're going to get a great racing day for an outstanding field. And how did you see the Makers 46 playing out?
Yeah, there's a lot of ambassadors out there for Maker's Mark. It's a nice job to be an ambassador for Maker's Mark. So,
indeed.
It's always a cool day, and I keep calling it the Maker's Mark Mile. The Maker's 46 started sponsoring it 3 years ago, so it feels like you run 46 miles or something. But Maker's 46, I really liked Heart to Heart. When I started handicapping it, I thought Heart to Heart was a standout in here. But as I looked at it, he's got to have the lead, and he does well in the lead. I think Shining Copper, the 7, could compromise him because it's that's a Ken Ramsey horse who's been entered into a lot of races just as a rabbit for some of the other horses. They entered him into Arlington Million last year as a rabbit for Big Blue Kitten, and it almost worked out for him. And then this horse gets better and goes to the lead in the Gulfstream Park Turf Handicap and almost wins it, just gets beat by a neck. So I think Shining Copper and Heart to Heart go out and hook up, and I think it sets up well for a closer. I'm going to take a sentimental choice here. I'm going to take Reload for Phipps Stable. Denny Phipps passed away this week, one of the greatest horsemen in the country. And Sugar McGahee for Phipps Stable. Reload, I think it sets up well from the outside of Cassiano. If there is a speed duel, I think that either the 9 Reload or possibly Miss Temple City might benefit from that as well. Reload is my choice. If there's not a speed duel, if Heart to Heart can maybe sit off Shining Copper, I think he's the best horse. I think the pace flow does not favor him, so I'm going with Reload.
I talked to Sugar McGahee for an interview for the Keeneland social media channels, and he was very high. I thought the horse was doing great, so I think he's got a big shot. Miss Temple City intrigued me, too, for motion, putting her in against the boys. But I ended up going to Tourist, who is 3 for 6 at a mile, and he's had 6 works in 7 weeks for Bill Mott, who excels off the layoff. And this horse looks, and I asked Mott this, I said, clearly it looks like from the form that you've thought this was a grade 1 horse, and it just hasn't worked out for him yet. And that they think they desperately want to get a grade 1 with him, I think, because they think he's that caliber horse. And I think this is a spot he could do it. Not an easy spot by any means, but might get a little bit of a price on Tourist off the layoff. Getting an early start this year. He didn't get started until later last year, so I think that suggests that he's doing really well, as does the work tab. So I'm going to try Tourist, the 4, but in exactas, I would use him with Heart to Heart, Reload, Conquest Typhoon, and Miss Temple City. Use all of those. I would use all of those except Conquest Typhoon on my pick 4. It starts in the 7th race, and my win pick in there is Apology Not Accepted. But I also want to use Improv and Making Sense for Carl Nafsker. A little back class there, maybe. The 8th race, Top Billing intrigues me on a class drop and turning back to a mile. But Chip It for Todd Pletcher. I'm going to use that one as well. Then I'm going to use Tourist, Heart to Heart, Reload, and Miss Temple City in the Makers 46. And then in the last race, I want to go a little deeper. So I'm going to use Howlin' Mad Smith, Going Strong, Dynamo Ridge, Memorial Blue, and It's All Copacetic. So that's 5, 4, 1, 3, 9, 2 with 5, 6, 8, 2, 9 on my pick 4. How about you?
I'm going to start it off with, I think it's a 2-horse race in the 7th, and I could single Apology Not Accepted, but it kind of worries me coming off a huge 96 buyer in the first race at Gulfstream, but that towers over everything in here, and the horse won by 16 March 11th, so it had time to recover, and Bill Mott doesn't win. Actually, he didn't train it the first time, so they gave it David Casson to win the first race, and Bill Mott's got it for the second. So I'm going to go 4-5 here. Improv is my other choice. Le Peru taking it back for Rusty Arnold. So 4-5 in the first leg. Second leg, I could not make heads or tails of it, and I did. I would probably go in all, but I'll give you. I think I wound up with like 8 horses: 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12. Spring Quality was my top pick. Blaze and Prospector. I'm tongue-tied this morning. I'm sorry. Top Billing actually has a good shot. and chip it, the 8 horse. But I would go 8 deep in there. I'd go 3-9 in the Makers 46 with Heart to Heart and Reload. And then I would go 1-6-7 in the last leg with Regulatory for Le Peru, Going Strong for Saez, and LT's Best Tail for Andrew McKeever and Sean Bridgemont. So 4-5 with 2-3, 4-5, 6-8, 10, 12 with 3-9 with 1-6-7 for $48.
Don't forget to keep your Keeneland Select accounts fully funded. Don't forget on Fridays and Saturdays, we're talking about the Friday card, you can get free shuttle service from the Red Mile to Keeneland. So you can park at the Red Mile, catch the shuttle out, get let off much closer than you'll be able to park, and then they'll take you back to the Red Mile afterward, and they have a party there with live music and food and et cetera. So you can find out more about it at Keeneland.com. And then don't forget, simulcasting always going on at the Red Mile in the Lexington market as well. Best of luck on your wagers on the Makers 46-day card. We'll be back for the Saturday edition of the In the Money podcast with a stakes-laden card, including the Lexington and the Grade 1 Coolmore Jenny Wiley. That's the In the Money podcast for KeenelandSelect.com.